Hello everyone, how you doing? Yeah, it's a vlog because I've been way too busy to actually get a real video done. I hate running through times like this where I'm in the midst of so many projects that are all very time consuming. Like, as you can see, rocking the MetroCon shirt right now. That's what I'm working on at the moment, sorting through about 40 gigabytes of footage from the convention. I want to get it up uh, while there's still interest in this year's MetroCon, while strike while the iron's hot, so to speak, and we're still just less than a month after the convention. So and there's also the idea of I want to space it out at the same time. That way, when I post up uh, the panel videos, it doesn't come off as well. Then now there's a replacement for actually paying to go to MetroCon. I don't want to do that either. So I want to post that up as a way of just show my support for the convention. So it's very difficult to come up with. Okay, is the iron still hot, and is this still okay, and is this now old enough to be okay to use? It's a very difficult balance, but I'm working on this year's MetroCon videos, the panel videos. I'm still working on the new TJTV. I've hit snag after snag on that one, just mostly writer's blocks, because this series, good lord, it it's bad in the sense that it's very dull. Nothing really happens, which is the hardest type of review to make interesting. When there's absolutely nothing going on, it's hard to actually make something entertaining out of it. You know, it's just the wrong kind of bad, but this is something I did this is a special agreement that I did, so I'm gonna follow through with it. It's not it's no, I should be able to get it done hopefully in the next week. And of course, if you follow me on Twitter, at TJ Omega, I'm not hard to find. You will have seen a lot of tweets lately saying that I have been editing something just absolutely huge. This was a full 2-day edit to finish 4 minutes worth of footage. Tons went into this video. It'll be my first video. For those wondering, it's not a new TJTV. It's not any of the ones anyone knows is coming. This will be my first video that's exclusive to Reviewtopia. When it's up, I'll post a trailer on YouTube so you can go watch it. So that's really what's been consuming a lot of my time lately. And not to mention, just in normal toy reviews, I haven't done as many Transformers lately, unfortunately. That bugs me as much as it bugs you, because I've been getting new stuff. I have been getting new Transformer figures, here and there, not as many as I used to pick up, and I've enjoyed them for the most part, but it's difficult. Nothing really inspires me in the Transformers that are out these days. And I think that's mostly just because I am tired of the Michael Bay aesthetic. I am tired of the movie formers. I'm kind of old school in my design choices. I like solid looking robots. I don't like ones that look like they're made of a billion pieces and broken up here and there, and there's so many panels and gears and etc. I like a boxy transformer kind of. I like a solid heavy look. That aesthetic is what I rely on, like classics and generations for, and of course those are on hiatus right now. So I'm really just sitting waiting in the wings for the Prime toys to start coming out, which depending on your source will say is either in July this month or sometime, all the way to December. I've heard July, October, December. There's a first release wave that's already has packaging, and it's hard to figure out. And it's weird how they're doing it. So, I would love to do some Transformer stuff. I'd actually love to do a Plastic Addict, but just, the inspiration is not there. And, I'd rather wait for the inspiration rather than give you something that you and I are not happy with. I don't like putting out crap. I'll be frank. I don't like throwing out a video just because someone has been waiting for it all this time. I don't like just showing out, oh, I'll just put I'm kind of upset in this video, so I'll call it Plastic Addict and shove it out there. Actually, the reason Plastic Addict you don't see so much anymore is because Reviewtopia wants to post those episodes as well. And the trick to that is it has to be more accessible to a wider audience. When I'm doing Plastic Addict right now, I can talk just to the Transformer fans in the crowd. I mean, you guys will know when I'm making references and jokes and certain things like that. If I do Plastic Addict for a wider audience, it becomes a challenge because I have to bring someone who knows nothing of Transformers into this world and tell them how this toy is bad compared to other toys that are good. And still somehow make this entertaining and engaging for someone who knows nothing of Transformers. That is a very difficult process. Essentially, what it means is Plastic Addict, over the last couple months in my head, has gotten completely overhauled. Now, eventually it's going to have a brand new intro, just like TJTV got one. I'm waiting for my animator friend to kind of cool down before I ask her to go through another little intro thing with me, because that was 2 weeks of constant work and direction and go-between for us, and it's a gorgeous result. I mean, I freaking love the new TJTV opening. I want to do episodes just so I can show that off. So the next time you see Plastic Addict, it probably won't look the same. The things like the white space, the white background behind the white backdrop plus the white viewing area, probably going to go away just because my camera doesn't handle white very well, and it's a pain in the ass to set up the backdrop every time, and it's very hard to get the entire thing in shot so that there isn't gaps on the corners and sides. Which really frustrates me when that happens. So next time Plastic Addict comes around, it's going to look different. It's going to be presented a little bit differently. But hopefully it will be a more professional, more accessible product. That's the intent anyway. And people have kept asking about the one that I said, well, it's almost done. It was almost done, 2 months ago. The problem is when I hit writer's blocks, it just hits everything. And to be honest, lately I have more fun doing TJTV. It's a bigger challenge. There's a lot more to it. It's a lot more involved. It's a lot more approachable. So it's something that a wider audience can eventually pick up on. Even though I haven't been able to produce that as often lately. I've just been really hammered lately is the problem. I really want to get the Metrocon videos out. And I want to get this video I have been editing out, just so there's some things off of my shoulders, off of my plate, so I can get back to working on the stuff that everyone wants to see. It gets difficult trying to balance them all out. And I also promised a vlog for my Dark of the Moon thoughts. Now, generally I like the movie. As a Transformers fan, and as someone who really didn't like Dark of the Moon but liked the first movie, I really liked the third movie. It's one of those movies where if you focus on the little tiny things that get on your nerves, you're going to leave very upset. I think a lot of video reviewers that you've seen, guys like Spoonie and Cinema Snob and, the big timers, the ones you see there, all of their reviews are just absolutely vile and vitriol, and it's all very unwarranted because they're focusing on 30 seconds worth of footage. I mean, yes, the Deep Wang thing was an embarrassment, but hey, it played to the crowd that liked that humor for Dark of the Moon, for Revenge of the Fallen, and it kept Michael Bay from sticking his nose in anywhere else. So at least it was there instead of like right in the middle of the final battle scene like it was in the last movie. And at least the twins weren't in it, and the action scenes were better. They pull back the camera, you can tell what's going on. The characters are more distinct. They're actually fighting in the daylight without sand all around, so you can see who is who and what's going on. And overall, it's a very improved movie over number 2. There's some moments, of course, I wasn't happy with, but in order to keep this spoiler-free, and in order to keep this vlog as brief as possible, because I tried doing a vlog just for Dark of the Moon, was not happy with how it came out. I'm really not good at vlogging reviews. I need time to collect my thoughts, write it down, little bit of bullet pointing. I'm going to refer you to the WTF podcast I did with a bunch of hosts from WTF at TFW, all for Dark of the Moon. And this is like a 4-hour maxi podcast. This thing's huge. I'll link it below in the description, so go click it, listen to it, enjoy it. It's also on iTunes if you search out WTF at TFW. That's where you'll hear most of my opinions, a lot of the other opinions that I wouldn't think of on my own. And there's some really good discussion and debate in there. So it's a very worthy listen if you've got 4 hours to spare, or just want something to listen to throughout the day. So I will refer you to that for my thoughts on the movie, just for the sake of, not blowing all the surprises and plot twists for everybody. Generally, I like the movie. I mean, I could sit here and nitpick it too, but I prefer to look on the positive. Ironically enough, the bad cartoon and toy guys looking on the positive for this movie. So that's essentially what's going on. That's why the videos haven't been coming up. And of course, there's a ton in the works. The MetroCon videos, as soon as I turn this camera off, I'm probably going to get to editing those. This big video I did that I have been editing is essentially done. I'm waiting on a few final touches for it, and then you'll see it going live. I'm really excited for this one. Like, even if you are not a fan of the subject matter, even if this one is focused on something that you personally aren't a fan of, please go watch it, because it is still entertaining, it's still very funny, and a lot of hard work went into this, both in the filming and the editing. It's one of the videos that I'm proudest of, so please go watch it when it comes up. And let's see, so MetroCon, big video, TJTV's coming up soon, Plastic Ad always in the works. Yes, Fang versus Extreme. The double toys just keep getting pushed back because, to be frank, I keep getting more of them. And, it's bad enough when I got the Dopant set. Now, I've got this. I believe it's Bokuwa J-Shi, who I met at MetroCon, provided the... When I say these, I also mean this. So I've got 2 more to review. I'll probably do it as one video because I've technically talked about these toys before. They just looked a little differently. So now I've got to figure out how to get that into my storyline. I have to keep stretching out this little storyline I did, which is why I really don't do storylines in videos very often, because I never know when I'm going to stop. And of course, I've always got more stuff coming in. That's this is another reason why the Transformers aren't getting reviewed as much anymore, because I just had so many other things that just kind of jog video ideas. For everyone who was wondering if I would get one of these, I just want to confirm, I do. I wanted to have one of these for MetroCon for the Power Ranger panel, but it didn't happen. You could not find these anywhere. So finally grabbed mine, got it off of Hasbro Toy Shop, Hasbro Toy... That tells you when I'm talking faster than I'm thinking. That's what happens. HobbyLink Japan, my freaking sponsor, this is where I got this. And as of this vlog, it's in stock right now. So definitely, if you've been after one, well, they're getting easy to find. Easier. I've got a bunch of the keys too, so I'll probably end up reviewing key sets 2 at a time eventually. I was supposed to already have key set 4 on the way, but the way their ordering system works, they didn't tell me that it was in stock and ready to be paid for. So now it's no longer in stock. I pre-ordered it. And they forgot to tell me to go pay for it. It's very weird how their system works that way, but whatever, I'm not worried about it. Key sets are not like O-Metal sets. They are very easy to find and plentiful after a very short time. But I've already got a lot to review here. I've just got a lot on my plate right now. That's another reason that everything takes so long, is because I don't know where to start. So that's everything coming down the pipe. The next video you see will probably be another joint Gatai review. Unfortunately, I've only got one this time. The other one is still about a week and a half off. And after that, we'll get to the one that's coming. And has been coming for a while now. And I love the guesses. I love the guesses because they're all over the place. And of course, I'm not telling who's right and who's wrong, because that ruins the surprise. But that is going to be that is literally going to be one of the biggest toy reviews I've ever done. So trust me, it's going to be worth the hype. So you can see I've got a ton in the works and none of it getting done. So, okay, so that's my updates. That's what I've been doing. That's what's been going on. If you really want to keep up with this kind of stuff, seriously, follow me on Twitter. I'll link that below too. I normally don't shill that kind of stuff, but hey, Twitter. That's where these kind of things are updated a little bit more easily. So, all that being said, I'm getting back to work now. Hang tight, videos coming.